Hi there, Rustic Guy. Welcome to my channel. Are you familiar with Epic Brewing Company out of Salt Lake City, Utah? I recently have been introduced to them and their Big Bad Baptist series of beers. I don't know, say that 3, 4, 5 times fast after drinking some of their beers. Good luck with that. So I've had several of them. They've been pretty good, and I have this one here as well. A friend of mine took a trip out into the Midwest and brought me back a whole bunch of beers, and this is one of them. This is the Big Bad Baptist S'mores. It is an Imperial Stout aged in whiskey barrels with cacao and natural flavors added. I could be wrong, but I believe it's clocking in at 12% alcohol by volume. Let's give it a try. I'll have me a glass and we'll open it up. See if I can do this. Get a halfway decent pour. It is a brown. It's a nice, it's not deep dark, but a medium brown. Pouring reasonably thin. I'm not really doing a great job pouring it, so why don't I just pour it real quick here. Like that. See what we can do. Well, so it was pouring a little bit lighter than what it is in the glass. It's pretty dark in the glass. It's not black, but it's a deep dark brown. It poured a little bit lighter, but maybe it was my lighting that's the issue here. Let's take it's got a nice little thin tan head, but as you saw, I didn't really give it the greatest pour ever. So keep in mind, this is important, I guess. For those of you that know beer, you know it, but the colder the beer is, the less flavor it has. And I just took that glass out of the freezer, and that there can was pretty darn cold. My fridge is turned pretty low. So this initial tasting is going to be maybe not as accurate as it is towards the end. But I do like my beer cold. I like my drinks cold. I like everything cold. By the time this warms up to the proper temperature, it'll be half gone. And I'll have half a beer ice cold, and I'll have half a beer at the proper temperature, so I get the best of both worlds. Yeah, so to speak. But let's give it a sniff. I smell chocolatey sweetness. Can't pick up anything else other than that. Let's see how it tastes. That's sweet. Yes, you're saying it's a pastry stout. Probably a double pastry stout. Of course it's sweet. That's sweet. That's probably, of all the beers I've been tasting lately, that I've thought or that I did think were going to be sweet. They weren't as sweet. They were sweet beers because they're all sweet style beers, but not as sweet as I thought. I didn't think this was going to be that sweet, especially smelling it. It doesn't smell overly sweet, but it is, and it's a weird sweetness. It's like a sharp sweetness. I don't know. It's not like a, no, as it's slightly warming up. It's not like an overly sweet, like teeth hurting sweet. It's like a sharp, like instant, like sweet, and then it just kind of dissipates a little bit. I don't know if that makes any sense. Some of these beers are complicated, and I have a very unrefined palate, so just being a regular old chuckle fuck like me, it's pretty tough to give like an accurate review because, I don't know, it's just weird, or it's just this or that, and I don't know. But one more. Well, I'm on the fence with this one. It's not bad, but I don't think it's great. I'm going to actually reserve that judgment for the end. Let me drink this whole beer, and then I'll actually in the comment section, I'll leave a numeric rating on what I think the beer turned out to be. But right now, I wouldn't give it a super high rating, and I like this style. These are the beers that I like. And because of that, I have kind of a high standard. And it's not that this is bad. It's just it's not great. It's good. It's better than okay. It's just it's not great. But I'll reserve that actual judgment for the end. Okay. I'm Rustic Guy. This is what we do. We ramble on a bit, but we like to drink weird, unusual beers, make unusual and very strong original cocktails, as well as eat. I do eat, and I like to share some of that. So that's what I am. I am Rustic Guy. This is what we do. I appreciate you watching. Please drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And I do appreciate you watching. Cheers.